I'm gonna say it's almost damn near sad what is going on. But before I get to that, let me just say big shout out to everybody. Happy Veterans Day to all my fellow soldiers, all my fellow women and men that have served, that are serving, and have moved on and passed. I'm gonna say that first because what I'm about to say almost kind of ties into a little bit of that. Almost kind of ties into a little bit of that. And a little bit of that would mean actions over words, accomplishments over dreams, winning over losing, and actually standing up for what's right when others go in the direction of what's easiest and pretty much probably wrong. What I am about to say is many things. What's going on, Lord? Chaos in the chat. What's up with you? And I just want to say before I get into that, that my experience in what I'm about to say proves pretty much true. There is a lot of clamor. There is a lot of talk. There's a lot of people counting Lewis Hamilton out. A lot of people count Lewis Hamilton out. And I'm one to tell you, I told you, you just never can decide when a person's ability has hit a plateau and then starts on the descent. You can't. You just don't know when that's going to happen. I've said that. I'm on record for saying that. It is actually a true thing. But yes, happy Veterans Day to everybody, including myself and my family right here. And you see that says we actually did something. Because I've had more conversations with people voted in some ways different. And you know what I noticed? The conversations that I had with people that were very loud and proud about Trump being in office and what we gonna do and all this other stuff and all the wrong things too. What I found out is y'all didn't do shit. And I'm not talking to the people that aren't taking this approach because some people haven't, but there are also those people not talking like this and you ain't done nothing. And I've run into an abundant amount of people that claim to be patriots, claim to be good old America, but you didn't do shit. And what I mean by you didn't do shit is you didn't take the ultimate step as an American citizen to defend this country, but you're telling me all the things and the patriotism you have in America. And it is very oddly funny right now. What we see are a lot of people being loud about Lewis Hamilton. So when I say we actually did something, I'm saying shut the hell up. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you're not qualified to even stand next to me, talk to me about what should or shouldn't be done because you didn't do anything. In the light that you're talking, you did nothing. You were scared to go in. Don't tell me about what your granddaddy did, what your uncle did. I'm talking about you because I know I did. I know they did. I know my cousins did. I know my uncle did. I know my grandfather did. I know my great uncle, my great grandfather did. So all I'm saying is people that are talking about Lewis Hamilton in such a way that would say he's washed. What have you done? What have you done? And what I realized here on this channel, and I got to give a big shout out to you all because y'all remember the first time, because people know I've been making content for a minute on car building. But the first time when I started talking on a platform about Formula One, don't get it twisted. I've been talking, I've been doing content. Don't get it twisted. The first time I started talking about Formula One on a platform was when I sat on my couch and I watched Formula One do something so damn scandalous, I couldn't bear to not say anything. See, I couldn't bear not to take some kind of action, right? It was a moment in time where what needed to be done right was done wrong, and somebody like me who was used to doing something right in the face of wrong and adversity couldn't sit there and not let somebody know, I see you. I see what you're doing. I see what you did, and I see how ugly you are when you're not willing to do the right thing and stand up. You're willing to cheat a man out of hard work. You're willing to cheat a man out of a championship he owned, a championship he won. So you know what I said? I'm going to say something about it. And this is why I got to thank you all, because many of you all came and said, you know what? That's right. And I stand behind him. Maybe all the time. Maybe he's not right all the time. Maybe some things he says is pretty rambunctious. But I know he's on the right side of the fence. Because you want to know what? There's a place for every soldier in a unit. Some soldiers are analytical. Some soldiers are pointed and ready to go. Some soldiers are sharpshooters. Some soldiers are good at repairing and healing those in the battle. That's what you call a unit. That's what you call a military. That's what you call a force. So what? I'm not that analytical guy. I'm the guy that's going to bust your shit. That's okay, because we need those. We need those, right? And you all stood there, but you know what? There were a plethora of other people that came on the platform. They hated me. They told me I wasn't going to be nothing. They said, you ain't going to last the season, but here we are. There were a plethora of people that told Lewis Hamilton he wasn't going to be shit. There were a lot of people that looked at him and said, he's black, he's the N-word, he can't drive. Big shout out to OG Zilla, said, F the haters. How can someone got back-to-back? Thank you. How can somebody get back-to-back top step podiums a few races ago be watched? Thank you, brother. They told this man he wasn't going to be a damn thing. And so when they saw that he was going to be something, when they thought for a minute, oh, this might be real, they got louder. They got louder and they got nastier. So what they started doing to a kid, started calling him the N-word, started employing racism. Let's see if we treat him like the black N-word he is, he won't stay in this sport. He won't be able to withstand the hate that we are going to unleash on him, and he'll leave. And then we don't have to worry about him. But it didn't work. Because there was somebody, Ron Dennis, another fellow human being, a white man, a black man, a population of mixed diversity of people that said, he's just good. They wasn't worried about this. They wasn't worried about that. They said, he's just good, and I like people that are good at what they do. And you know what else some people like? Some people like to see untapped potential reach levels that have never been reached before. So guess what happened? Lewis Hamilton was birthed in the Formula One, and he ran it up ever since. So for that long amount of time, since 2007, 2008, when he won his first world driving championship, there have been a mass of people waiting for him to fail. And they've been waiting a long time for Lewis Hamilton to fail. They've been waiting since 2008, all the way through his small little drought from 2009 to 2013, still was in the top 5. And then something else happened. Mercedes came, they started working together, won championships. Then something else happened. 2017 hit, back-to-back championships. Whoosh. It's a long time. And you got to understand something. Have you ever noticed that when you're not having a good time, when things are hard and when things are tough, when it's something you really don't want to do, time doesn't change, but your perception of time changes, and you feel like it's a long time in this room that I don't like. It's been a long time I've been on the clock at work. 8 hours is 8 hours, no matter when it is. But this 8 hours seems long. And guess what? Lewis Hamilton, being as great as he still is, it's been a long time that these haters, that these naysayers, that these racist ass people, that these bigots, that these people who just go along with the flow because they friends and they family are that way, it's been a long time they've been waiting to see this man on a downward trajectory. And every time he's been successful, guess what they did? They got louder. Every time he won a championship, guess what they did? They hated harder. Every time he did something for the community or spoke up for a group of people, the N-word grew more and more elaborate. And you know what happened? He kept winning. It's been a long time coming. So when the scandal unveiled itself in 2021, they weren't worried about the integrity of the sport. They were not worried about the character of in which they would have displayed when such a scandal happened. The only thing that they were worried about and what gave them the most joy wasn't even Max Verstappen winning the championship. Max Verstappen winning the championship was a byproduct. To them, it was secondary. What was most important, even to delusional Max fans when Lewis won the championship, was that he didn't win the championship. That was the biggest prize to them. And so what do we have now? Again, we have a large clamor. People are getting louder. And now what's the narrative? He's washed. He should retire. His skills ain't what they used to be. Did Ferrari make a mistake? Did Mercedes make the right decision? Lewis Hamilton, he needs to go ahead and leave the sport before he gets bad because nobody wants to see him be bad. All of these things are starting to get louder. They're starting to be more abundant. And you want to know why? Let me tell you why. You don't hear this same talk in regards to Alonso. Let me tell you why. You don't hear this same talk in regards to Hulkenberg. Let me tell you why. You don't even hear these same words uttered much about K-Mag. Let me tell you why. Because none of them scare you. None of them make you fear that Max Verstappen could lose a championship to Lewis Hamilton. Alonso doesn't scare you for that. Hulkenberg is not a worry for that. K-Mag is nothing respectable for that. It's Lewis Hamilton. And they're getting loud because you want to know what? There's power in words. There's power in words. If they say it loud enough, and they say it long enough, and they say it abundantly enough, just maybe we can get him to believe what we want him to believe. And if we can plant that seed in such a way that he'll water it with his doubts, that he'll let the sun of negativity shine on its face, and the roots will sprout, and a leaf will unbear itself, then we got him. Then maybe he'll go away. And if he goes away, Max has got a better shot. They scared. They scared. They're scared and they're concerned because this is the real threat to the hype of somebody who gets the abundant amount of help from the FIA, that's been driving an illegal car for so damn long, that is not even as marketable as he should be as a 3-time champion. Lewis Hamilton scares them. And you know why? I'll bring some facts into play. This is why. 105 wins, 104 pole position, 67 fastest laps, 201 podiums, 19 hat tricks, and 6 Grand Slams, and a 7-time world champion, only to be rivaled and matched by Schumacher, who races no more. Who races no more. Did you hear that? 104 pole positions. You got somebody in the fastest car, in a legal car, and only got 40 pole positions. 62 wins. And that's with Lewis Hamilton having a bum car for 3 seasons now. And you know what else they like to say? What else they like to say? Well, if the car's so bad, then how did Russell do this in Brazil? If the car's so bad, how did Russell do this in Brazil? So are you going to make the same argument about Lewis Hamilton having the wins that he has in that bad car? Nah, you're not going to make that argument. You're not going to make that argument. You know why? Because it doesn't fit your narrative. It doesn't fit your narrative. All right? It makes you feel weird. Don't make you feel good. What Lewis Hamilton got this season? 2 wins? How many wins does Russell have? Does anybody know how many wins Russell got? 1? So even Russell doing that, why Russell don't have more wins than Lewis Hamilton in a bad car? people, this is what bullies do. This is what scared people do. When they know you just might walk away, they're going to get louder. They're going to keep barking and talking crap. And they hoping, in the back of their mind, they're hoping, if I talk enough crap and I talk loud enough, he might just back down. Maybe he'll just walk away. But you want to know what happens? When you punch them in their mouth, the plan goes away. Now they don't know what to do. Now they on the back foot. Now shit changed. Everybody got a plan till they get punched in the mouth. And you know what could happen? Lewis Hamilton could punch him in the mouth with this Ferrari situation. I mean, we're looking at a team that I even question, but they drivers got several wins together. They got double podiums together. FLQ total on that BS. And this is what happens. This is why you're seeing all of this. You're seeing all of this about Lewis Hamilton. He washed. He need to leave the sport because they want him to quit before he get another championship. They don't want Lewis Hamilton to get 8 world driving championships because they know how hard that is. And if he gets 8, they sitting in purgatory just thinking like, damn, we're going to have to watch the sport and the stat sheet of this black man's face sitting at the top of this white elitist sport to a degree. And we're going to have to deal with that. And we're going to be waiting to see when is somebody going to come along to dethrone him. But that wouldn't be a problem if you wasn't so racist. It wouldn't be a problem if you wasn't such a bigot. Only problem I got with Incredible Facts Quest says, but Toto Wolff told the media that if we can't provide him with a car, he should go somewhere else. So why is he so upset? Exactly. You want to know why? Because it was a Wolff ticket. No pun intended. It was a Wolff ticket. Toto really know he didn't want Lewis Hamilton to walk out the door. He knows that. But it sounded good when he said it. But if that's the case, like you said, Incredible Facts, why are you so mad? Why you got to go out here and be so messy about it? Because it's just like when your significant other says, you know what? If you leave out of here, I ain't talking to you no more. They leave out of there, and then you running behind them still talking. I thought you told me if I left up out of there, you weren't talking to me no more. So why is it that I'm leaving out the door and you running after me still talking? Because you selling me a Wolff ticket. You set up an ultimatum. I didn't pay any attention to your ultimatum, and I went ahead and took the challenge, and now you like, I really didn't want you to do that, so now I got to try to trump it up more. No pun intended. Walter Shaver says, Hulkenberg, 224 starts without a podium. Thank you. Alonso hasn't won since 2013, and neither are past their prime. Walter, you got to be careful, bro. They don't like when you talking facts. They don't like when you talking facts. Let me tell you how bad they are. And this is how you know Lewis Hamilton is still a threat. Because if he wasn't, they wouldn't be worried about it. They don't talk about you when you're not a threat. Alonso, they like, we ain't worried about Alonso. He a 2-time champion. That's been so long ago. That brother ain't been a champion since I don't know when. We not worried about Hulkenberg. He done had over 200 chances to win a race, and he ain't had one podium yet. They worry about you when they know you got a possibility to be a threat. They worried about you when they know he's still a force to be reckoned with. They worried about you when they know he might crush something that may never be done again in the sport. That's when they worry about you, and that's why they crying, and that's why they loud. See, but trust me, other people ain't gonna get on here and say that. They scared. They scared about that. And Lewis Hamilton, you got to be careful of the people that's around you. You got to be careful of the people that are around you too. Because those same people you think are for you really only admire you and can't express it in a way that's supportive. It'll be jealousy. And the first moment you know, you'll have a Judas in your midst. You got to be careful about those that surround you. Trust me, when I came in this game, I was trying to collaborate with everybody and trying to shake hands and mix and mingle and say, hey, man, let's do this together. Let's all kind of come together. Then we can build up and we can do our own things whenever. But you want to know what I noticed? What I noticed is when my platform jumped and the numbers jumped and I got a family around me, Sylvia with Kelly, Maria Duncan, Bug Dollar Puro, Paul, Galactus, Wildcat, Racer X. All y'all Quacks Fest, Lord Chaos, Walter Shavers, Witherspoon, Baraka, all the family members. When I got a family, they was like, hold on, wait a minute, Jay. How you got a family of people that support you? I've been in here 5 or 6 years and I ain't got that. Then the next thing I know, we randomly having conversations about my numbers. Why are we talking about my numbers, bro? I don't even pay attention to my numbers. Then we having conversations on the slide about, I'm just in your slipstream. How you get that many subscribers in that short amount of time? Bro, I don't know. I just go on there and keep it real and have a good conversation with people. That's when you got to know, damn, bro, you really lightweight hating on me. You really lightweight don't want to see me do good. If I am, you don't want to see me do better than you because you feel like you should be where I am because you've been in this space for a minute. It's so bad that I wish they would do better than me just so they can get that out of their heart. And Lewis Hamilton's going to have to do the same thing. He's going to have to wish for you little people, for you haters, for you bigots, for you racists, for all the people that want to see him fail for all the wrong reasons. He's going to have to wish that you all have something positive in your life so you don't have to burn yourself with feeling that way. Think about it. People that come here hate on the channel, I ain't thinking about them. I'm thinking about y'all. Everybody with badges, I think about y'all when I get off here. I don't think about them other people. People that come and they subscribe and they positive, I think about the things y'all do. I don't think about them. But when they leave here, they still thinking and wondering, when is Wolfpack going to go live again so I can get in his comment section, so I can get in his live, so I can try to say something negative about him, and hopefully he'll realize it and say something back to me. I'm going to start a whole channel. I'm going to start a whole YouTube channel. Bob Spanker! What's up, baby? People underestimate what Lewis had to go through as a black man to achieve what he has. He is the GOAT. I also think your downplaying of great racing talents like Verstappen and Alonso means you don't know how difficult it is to win in the F1 championship. Wrong, brother. I fully don't downplay him. I don't downplay him at all. It is definitely hard to win in Formula One. It is definitely something when you win a championship. 2-time championship is still good. It's still good. But it ain't, when I'm comparing Lewis Hamilton, it ain't good enough. Max Verstappen winning 3 championships back to back. It's hard even if you're doing an illegal car because you still got to keep it reliable, but it ain't better than Lewis Hamilton. So I still pay them people they respect. I've told y'all several times, Max Verstappen, good driver. He's going to be listed. He might be great, one of the greats one day. But I always keep it real with y'all. It's hard to give somebody great, especially he damn sure not a GOAT. It's hard to give somebody great when they consistently got scandals behind everything they win. 2021, a scandal. We counting that? Stats on this counted. 2022, cost cap breach, more than your other competitors. Where did that money go? They getting a tax credit, but it'll make up for it. But that don't take away the money you spent. 2024, I'll even let you have 2023, even though most people say residual of a cost cap illegal car. I still give you 2023. 2024, we got asymmetric braking. The regulations come out, the performance dips. We got an adjustable T-tray bib as illegal. What we doing? All I'm saying is when you got those things that surround your championships, it looks suspect. And I also got to say this. Other than Alonso, because he escapes this. How many championship drivers did Max Verstappen have to drive against? Did he have to drive next to? I don't recall not one. So yeah, although good, hard, deserved, he got there, he's definitely an elite driver. All things ain't the same, and all champions aren't created equally. Cassius Clay said, do we need to worry about Charles Leclerc beating Lewis? Why, yes. Why not? Lewis can win even not in pole. Yeah, hell yeah, man. Leclerc might outperform Lewis sometime, just like we seen Russell do. It happens. But the thing is, your body will work over time. And Bum Spanker, big shout out to you, because this is what I like about my community. Bum Spanker, can I give you some props real quick? Do you mind if I give you some props? I'm not trying to call you out. Let me give you some props. Russell won by luck in Austria. GOAT won on merit. Mechanic Mercedes. Big shout out. This is what I like about this community, this channel, and Bumsmaker, you've been here before, so I know your name. I want to point you out, but it's not bad. It's not negative, so just stick with me. This is what I love. Because Bumsmaker can come on here, say, I'm going to read your super chat again, and I hope you don't mind, so just stick with me. Just take it, don't take it wrong. Just give me some time to just lay it out. People underestimate what Lewis has to go through as a black man to achieve what he has. Full credit. He is the GOAT. Very well deserved. But listen to this. I also think you're downplaying a great racing talent like Verstappen and Alonso means you don't know I know what you meant to say. You don't know how difficult it is to win an F1 championship. You know why I appreciate that super chat? I appreciate that super chat because everything Bumspanker just said was straight, real, how they felt, and still respectfully did it so. None of this personal attack me, all this. Yo, Verstappen is a great racing talent. Facts. Alonso is saying he think I don't understand how hard it is to win a Formula One. That's a cool perspective. And I welcome that type of stuff because you got to understand, the comment that Bumspanker just put right there makes for a healthy debate and conversation and of two people learning something from each other that the other person might not know. Or one person talking to somebody who's been in the sport longer, watched it, and learning something from that person. That's what I appreciate about people that put such a comment up like that, a Bumspanker. Respectfully so, sir. Let me just tell you how I feel. I wish more people could do it that way. Maria Duncan does. Sylvia Witt Kelly does. Galactus does. And guess what? That's a small fraction. Many of you doing the super chats. Many of you doing the regular live chat. But see, I respect that. Fully respect that, Bumspanker. You got my credit. For real. Salute to you. So I'm going to say this. And my bad, I didn't. Big salute to you. Lewis Hamilton has said, we all in this together. So I'm going to say this. They're going to get loud, and they're going to get louder. And I don't know if Lewis Hamilton's trajectory of his ability to win races is on a downward trend other than the car. And I only think it's fair to say this. And I say the same about Max Verstappen. And I think we already seen that. Max Verstappen's not in a perfectly tuned car. He's not winning races. Do we not forget? Do we not forget he's not winning races? So why is it that somebody else can get a pass in a situation like this? You can go 10 races without winning a race, and, it's, not a lot of criticism for you. Not a lot of, oh, your driving skills suck. Oh, it's just all of a sudden, it's the car. Adrian Newey left. The car ain't performing well. Max is doing everything he can. Well, hold on. Wait a minute. So why don't you say the same thing about Lewis Hamilton? It's clearly evident Mercedes built a bad car. It's clearly evident and known by everybody they was porpoising like a damn dolphin everywhere. It's clearly evident that they can't dial it in consistently on a GP to GP basis. So why that man don't get the same consideration? That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So guess what? I'm going to tell you this. I am the type of person, when the odds are stacked against somebody you presume is weak, even though if they're not weak, there is an equal and opposite reaction for those forces. And I am that reaction. I'm not going to let you slide. I'm not going to let you get away easy. I'm not going to let you just say what you want to say and think that narrative's going to fly. I'm going to be here to oppose you every time. But of course, if it's all right and proper and correct, then it is what it is. I'm going to be like, hey, you're right. You got a point. You got a point. You got a point. That's all I got to say. But really, they don't want him to get his eighth. They would like to destroy his legacy before he leaves the sport. They would like to discount him in a way they don't discount other drivers and other teams. They would like to judge him in a way they don't judge everybody else. And they would like to give him all the criticism and the blame when things don't go right. Sound like a king to me. Sound like a king to me. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. You know how that goes around, so it is what it is. Big shout out to everybody in the live chat. Ola, Sylvia Witt Kelly, Maria Duncan, Jeff, I see you. I see you, RF Base. I see you, Adrian Brown. I see y'all, Wiry Supreme. I see Jeff Allen up in here, my man who be switching shirts and swag like it ain't nobody's business. I see you all, Bum Spanker. I see you up in here, man. No, thank you, brother. Thank you, Bum Spanker, because I love when people keep it real, bro, and you was only keeping it real with me. You know what? You got to wonder what kind of people you got around you if they always tell you yes. You got to wonder what kind of people really care about you if they always go in the direction you want to go. When you got somebody around you that's going to say, hey, man, hold on. You need to you need to think about that. Like, that might not be the best thing. You know what? I think you was wrong right there, man. I think you need to reclock. Just consider it. I think you were wrong. When you got people like that, Bum Spanker, Maria Duncan, Sylvia Wick Kelly, these three people that I just named, even though Bum Spanker's not a family member, they've been here. Sylvia Wick Kelly and Maria Duncan by themselves, individually, have called me to tell me if they felt I did something that wasn't quite right, and let's see how you can fix it. That's what I respect about them. It wasn't, oh, Jay, you was shit for what you did. That was horrible. No, it was like, hey, Jay, look, I think you was wrong. And they told me how they thought I was wrong. And you know what I did? I listened because I respect them. I listen because I appreciate them. I listen because I know in their heart and in their mind, they got my best interest in mind. Maybe they wrong, maybe they right. But if I listen, I say, you know what? She got a point. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to stand tall. I'm going to put my chin up and I'm going to take, hey, okay, this is my bad. My bad. You got to wonder what kind of people you got around you. So Bum Spanker, man, ain't no problem. I appreciate you. We got another super chat right here. Let's see who it is. We got OG Zilla, 20-month membership. Think about it. 20 months OG Zilla been down with the family. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans. Simplify. Hey, hoorah. Hoorah. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. My fellow brother right there. 083 with the super chat. What's popping? Galactus says, do you think Lando can pull off a Max upset? No. Nah, I don't think Lando can pull off a Max upset. I think Lando has run his course. I think Lando mentally is not there to put himself in a position where it's a gamble and I'm willing to take the risk. So no, I don't think that he can do it. I don't. Big shout out to OG Zilla for the Happy Veterans Day and the rest of y'all too. So yeah, you know, it is what it is, but they getting loud right now because they are already on edge that Lewis Hamilton's going to Ferrari. Ferrari's right there. And we all know Ferrari's been a force, even though they've fumbled quite a bit. I think we could say, hindsight, they've been better than Mercedes. So what happens, because even Helmut Marko said, Lewis Hamilton and the McLaren, oh, we're not winning this championship. Max is not winning the Drivers' Championship. If Lewis Hamilton was in a McLaren this season, Max would not be winning the championship. Helmut Marko said that. Helmut Marko said that. Plenty of other people feel the same way. So when you talk about Lewis Hamilton going to a team like Ferrari, I mean, we know he's going to be able to do better than he was doing with Mercedes unless Mercedes have some major uptick all of a sudden. Oh, we've been hiding this car. We wanted to wait till Lewis left, bring out the W16. This is the rocket ship. Unless that happens and it's still the car, Lewis Hamilton is going to be better at Ferrari than he was in the 2024 season with Mercedes. And unless Ferrari mess up, and all this stuff is possible. All this stuff is possible. There's so many variables in the sport of Formula One. It is hard to go on a consistent run of championships. This is not easy. If it was easy, you wouldn't have 18 other drivers on the damn grid. Well, not 18 because you got Max, you got Alonso, you got Lewis Hamilton. That's 17 drivers. So we still got 17 drivers. Alex Albon ain't got no championship. Oliver don't have one. He's just starting. Valtteri don't have one. Colapinto don't got one. Gasly don't got one. Hulkenberg don't got one. K-Mag don't got one. Russell don't have one. Charles don't have one. Carlos don't have one. Ricardo didn't get one. Oscar Piastri don't, but we think he's on his way. Esteban don't. Lando Norris still trying to get his first. He might have muffed it up last week. Logan Sargent damn sure ain't got one. Lance Stroll ain't got one. He couldn't get podiums when Alonso was getting podiums. Yuki don't have one. So we talking about Joe definitely don't got one. You talking about 3 drivers out of 20 that have ever tasted currently active on the grid championships. World driving championships. It's not easy. It is hard. And that's why Bonemaker said what he said, and that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Lewis Hamilton, he is the GOAT. And you can't say he's washed until he gets a good car. Now, I've already been on record for saying this too. I said this, and I'm gonna stay true to what I was saying. If Lewis Hamilton goes to Ferrari and they got a good car, Charles Leclerc is winning race after race, and Lewis Hamilton is looking like Perez, then, hey, I call a spade. Like, bro might need to go ahead and chill out. Even if so, he don't need to retire. He just not as good as he used to be. But his not as good as he used to be is still far better than 15 probably drivers on the grid. So why does he need to retire? If I'm a top 5 driver, regardless if I'm the 7-time tied world champion driver, I got all these stats. I've been in a bad car for 3 seasons and you still ain't caught me yet. If I'm still a top 5 driver out of 20, why should I retire? That's what I don't get. Why would you say he needs to retire? He's better than, I'm going to tell you, I still think Lewis Hamilton is a better driver than Max Verstappen. I still think that. I'm just telling you. I think Lewis Hamilton, like I said, in a McLaren, nobody's saying, even whispering that Max Verstappen is a better driver. Until that happens, then I give Max that credit when it happens. But still, if you want to just say, okay, well, I think Max is better. Okay, so that's still second. You still got Lewis Hamilton second. If you're a hater that bad, you are not telling me that Alonso is better than Lewis Hamilton. If you say that, you are not authorized. You're not approved. You're not official. You don't even have the credentials to be talking to me. Only people you can switch out is Max and Lewis. That's it. So he's better than 18 other drivers on the grid, but yet he needs to retire. To make that make sense. Make that make sense. They just want to see him retire because they don't want to see him get the 8th. They just want to see him retire because they don't want to see him get a good car. And then next thing you know, Max got to really drive, which he sucks driving wheel to wheel. They don't want to see that. Galactic says 2025 RB versus McLaren versus Ferrari and maybe Aston. Maybe Aston, but I think they're going to have to put bumpers on Lance Stroll car. They're going to have to put something on Lance Stroll car. They're going to have to put like a midget in Lance Stroll car that's going to hop out and push the car out the kitty litter, that's going to hop out, try to help him back on track. Lance Stroll is not a good driver. That's not a good driver. And it's crazy, as egregious as Lance Stroll's driving is, you don't hear nearly the loud voices talking about he needs to lead a sport. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's weird. That is just weirdo stuff. Even I'm telling you, 1-2, Max, that means Max Verstappen's at the top of my list for drivers. Do I like his character? No. Does he drive like an idiot? Yeah. Does he drive like Mad Max? Yes, he earned that name for a reason. And it's all shown. I don't care if you like Max or not. He's running people off track. Purposely. As long as I can get my nose in apex, I can run you off track legally. He's going to do that. I don't respect that. I don't respect what Schumacher did to Damon Hill, wrecked him out and then try to act like he didn't remember. I don't respect that. I don't respect what Alonso did, crash gate, try to get a win. I don't respect that. I don't respect what happened to Senna during the battle with Prost. Oh, I don't respect that. I don't respect that. A lot of why y'all saying politics ain't in sports? There was a lot of politics between Prost and the FIA with trying to get Senna that race ban. That was politics. That wasn't racing. That was politics. Why y'all like to holler? Ain't no politics in sport. Ain't no place for politics. You know, you say it when it's not in your benefit. But anyway, Galactic says, laugh out loud, Lance will have training with, man, hell yeah, bro. He gonna have training wheels on that thing. They talking about Lance got the elbows out. No, those training wheels, those not elbows. Those are additional ski skates. Got to keep them on track. I'm trying to tell you. But anyway, big shout out to y'all. Happy Veterans Day to all my military. Happy Veterans Day to everybody who has served, those who are still serving. And let me tell you something else. Big shout out to everybody pulling up to this live stream. Big shout out to everybody that's going to be here. Big shout out to everybody that's been supporting me, that's been down with me, that's kept it real with me since I've been making content on Formula One. Big shout out to everybody that follows me on the car channel with the car build. Big shout out to everybody that supports the little butterfly when she goes racing and all that. I really appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Y'all mean a lot to me. Y'all been here. Y'all ride or die. And all them haters, y'all keep watching the channel because y'all love greatness. Y'all just hate it because you're not great. Big shout out to you, Maria Duncan. You already know. Mary Beanie, I see you, Mary Beanie, our encyclopedia of Formula One knowledge. And big shout out, my bro Galactus. Know he keep it down. And Sylvia with Kelly. We'll get your ass out that live chat if she got to. All right, y'all. I'm going to see y'all soon. Peace and love. Warpack out. Peace.